athletes have been waiting a long time to square off. Here we go. He parries the right jab away. The winner of this surely will get a world title shot. Nice job landing that left counter punch. Right punch. What a pleasure to be in this unique environment. Every seat has been taken for tonight's match.
Situations like this, Todd, will either make or break a fighter because the expectation from the thousands of the people here, of the millions of people around the world, people like you and I sat here expecting everything and anything can break a man or make a man.
Some nice exchanges from both men in this round. Through the hook, didn't land. Neither man really defending themselves. Both of these men showing exceptional chins, by the way. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. I promise you, all three judges here are going to give that round to you-know-who.
You can't leave it up to the judges. It's up to you as a fighter, and the cornerman's got to put a firecracker on it.
There's the bell to start round two. Counterfighter relies a lot on their instincts and reaction time. You've got to get in there quick to punch your opponent before he gets his fist back to block.
They have got great ring IQ. Counter punches are the best.
Both men step back for just a moment. He fails to score with that left hook. They're giving us a high-tempo show. Keep an eye on this slugger. As you know, he's willing to take three to give one. That's his game plan, and it's worked out pretty well for him so far.
It's sluggers, you cannot let them get into a rhythm because this is how they train. This is how they prepare for a fight. This is what they'll do all night. Do not dance their dance. You've got to use speed.
Both of these men showing exceptional chins, by the way. Both men step back for just a moment. Neither man really defending themselves. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. And Deontay Wilder just got clipped. Pretty dominant round there. Let's see how they respond here in the next round.
Dominance, without a doubt, make it look so easy.
Let that fucker get in close, though. The bitch cut me. All right.
There's the bell to start round three. Call it the Glory Division. There's nothing quite like a heavyweight fight. It doesn't take much to win it.
Guys that carry so much power, of course they're going to look for that knockout because it makes a night a little bit shorter. You don't get paid any extra for overtime.
I've seen in the past from this fighter, they don't get concerned when they lose some of the earlier rounds because they know they've got that power that can strike at any moment.
That power might be the do or die. That power might be the equalizer.
Nice exchanges from both men in this round. Oh, that punch. Oh, Wilder just got cooked and he's in a world of trouble. I don't know if I've ever seen him this hurt before. Disaster averted, it seems. We continue on. You can tell he's stronger, but he's not faster. Nice exchange here from both men. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. It's no secret who has the advantage after that last round. Let's see what they have in store for us in the next one.
As long as they don't get complacent, if you think this is too easy, if they keep this same kind of pace up, they've got this fight.
On to the fourth we go. Power is obviously the great equalizer in boxing, but when you know your opponent is relying on that so heavily, how do you deal with it?
It's the one who draws first blood, Tom. That's what you've got to look at. If you hit and you know you're in there with a banger, you've got to be on it, but you've got to be confident.
When you're a power puncher, you're not as concerned with how many punches you throw. It's about how many you land and how hard they are. Exchanges from both men in this round. They call it the chin. How strong is your chin? Do you have a glass chin? These are things that can affect the fight.
Todd, you know what? Sometimes when I'm in the ring with fights like that, and you punch them, you just want to run. You want that spaceship to come and lift you out there because you think, what the hell am I going to do now?
That hook was thrown with some bad intentions. With that jab. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. As bad as boxing judging can be sometimes, there's no doubt. Things are starting to heat up now as we enter the fifth. Talk about a fighter having power. Don't just look at the head punches they throw. Look at the body shots. That could be the real difference.
This could be really intimidating, Todd. If you know somebody's got the punch power, someone's got the speed, someone can take you out with a simple jab. It can be intimidating. Just depends on how confident you are as a fighter.
They score again with the left hand. Exchange here from both men. Nice exchanges from both men in this round. One of the best attributes to have in boxing has nothing to do with boxing. It's how well you can take a punch to the face.
I've seen some fighters with a granite chin. You can hit them with a sledgehammer, they are not going to move. But then I've seen some mad punchers with a chin like a crisp. As soon as you touch them, they're gone. And this is the dangerous part.
One of the best attributes to have in boxing has nothing to do with boxing. It's how well you can take a punch to the face. Swing and a miss with that left hook. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. 3 minutes we just saw.
Dominance, without a doubt, make it look so easy.
That fucking right eye, man. Shit is closing up.
We're on to the 6th round. And he misses with that jab. Endurance is becoming a factor. You can see this fighter having a hard time getting out of the way of punches, and they're not throwing as many on their own.
Midway through the fight, if you are tired, this can be the loneliest place in the world. If you cheated, now we're going to find out.
Stamina is so important for these two fighters because it allows them to use their skills throughout the match. It can all come down to who's in better shape. Big shots from both these fighters. Got to be careful, though. Missing with the left hook. This fighter has determined that they can walk through any punches that their opponent throws, and that's a very confident spot to be in.
Because you've got a good chin doesn't mean you've got leather skin. It means you can still get cut. So you've got to go for those point areas over the eyebrow, the cheekbone. You've just got to try and cut them, skin them, go for speed.
How much confidence do you build when your opponents hit you with their best shot and you walk right through it? You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. He is down big time in the scores.
Wow, it's like two different leagues.
Let me get a look at his eye real quick. I'm cut pretty good. Nah, he's not even cut.
There's the bell to start round 7. That left shot lands. Nice punch. There's a big difference between being the aggressor and the effective aggressor. Which type are we seeing so far?
I've seen some aggressive fighters like this, and they are a nightmare. If you are not fit, that is the worst place to be, having second thoughts in the ring.
That one will count. Don't want to go tit for tat in there in this fight. They are not going to let this one go to the judges. I think it's safe to say one of these fighters certainly has a significant speed advantage. You can tell who it is.
You have a fighter that's got that great footwork and that great hand speed. It's so hard. It's an uphill battle.
Left punch. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. That was almost a 10-8 round. Complete dominance.
You can't leave it up to the judges. It's up to you as the fighter. And the cornerman's got to put a firecracker on that fighter. Get out there. Get the job done.
That eye's closing.
And we're off again. Left hook just missed. He just misses with that jab. chin. How strong is your chin? Do you have a glass chin? These are things that can affect the fight.
The problem with having a chin that everybody knows if they hit you, you're hurt, you're gone. You've got to protect that, but you've also got to get your shots off. And they forget, you can bang too.
Throwing the hook, but it doesn't score. Some nice exchanges from both men in this round. Got out of the way that right hook. Talk about punches in bunches. That's the mantra for this fighter with that exceptional hand speed.
You've got to ruffle their feathers, Todd. You cannot let them get comfortable, drag them, get them complaining to the referee, because once somebody with excellent foot speed and excellent power gets into a rhythm, the fight is over.
You can tell he's stronger, but he's not faster. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Well, we know you've got the advantage so far, but how does this match get turned around?
I seriously hope the judges kept their eye on this fight, because if they haven't, there's going to be absolute uproar.
And that'll do it for the time between rounds as we get set to get back in the action. And there's the bell for round 9. He misses with that jab. A swing and a miss with the right hook. You hear people talk about a boxer's chin. Do they have a good chin? Do they have a glass jaw? Those are questions that are being answered here tonight.
What a gift. What a gift it is to have a chin where you know you can walk through anything and everything. When you let those shots go and it's just bouncing off and they're walking you down, it's so demoralizing. It absolutely breaks your heart. What else can you do?
Punch scored. Nice exchanges from both men in this round. By the way, the connect percentages have to be off the charts. There's a big difference between being the aggressor and the effective aggressor. Which type are we seeing so far?
How do you deal with an aggressive fighter? What you do is you fight fire with fire. You either give it them back because that's where they're comfortable, or you take care and break through.
There's a right hand. Tyson Fury just got clipped. The big fella might be in big trouble. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. After they got into trouble, and that's what he's doing here. That body has been beaten up big time as he sits down. You can see the pain on his face.
Nice. No, that was a good shot, bro. Respect.
We've made it to round 10. He misses with that jab. Unlucky to miss with that jab. How nervous would you get when you know you're facing a big puncher like this guy that can seriously hurt you?
Todd, we know one of these fights can knock you out with a simple jab. They're that powerful.
Swing and a miss for that jab. Nice exchanges from both men in this round. Nobody home with that hook. He parries that right jab away. Correct me if I'm wrong, but when you're dealing with someone with so much speed, you've got to get your timing right.
Let me explain to you about fast fighting. Fast fighting that's got hand speed and footwork. They're relaxed. They're confident. They know they just have to put their boom. In a split second, they've let 4 shots go. Their footwork has got them out of the way. And these guys are so relaxed. And that's why they can maintain this all the way through a fight.
This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. After what we saw in that last round,
That's how you finish a fucking round.
You can't leave it up to the judges. It's up to you as the fighter. And the opponent's got to put a firecracker on that fighter. Get out there and get the job done.
This is the 11th. We've entered the championship round. Both of these men showing exceptional chins, by the way. Big swing and a miss with the hook. Just missed with that hook. So far, it seems like aggression has been the key. This fighter just not slowing down.
I've seen some aggressive fighters. They can terrorize the life out of you before they've even thrown a shot. The strength they have, the speed they have, and that knockout punch, they want to punch through you. They don't want to punch you. They want to punch straight through you. So you've got to be careful.
Some nice exchanges from both men in this round. And he just missed with that left jab. Nice exchange here from both men. Both men step back for just a moment. They're giving us a high-tempo show. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Tyson Fury just got clipped. The big fella might be in big trouble. Well, there's no doubt about who won that round.
As long as they don't get complacent, you think this is too easy. If they keep this same kind of pace up, they've got this fight.
On to the 12th. One of the best attributes to have in boxing has nothing to do with boxing. It's how well you can take a punch to the face.
This is when you get in the ring feeling like you're King Kong because you know you've got a chin that is not going to get dented.
There's no way this fighter can go punch for punch. Their resistance to these blows just isn't the same. Both men step back for just a moment. They both want a highlight reel knockout. Nice exchanges from both men in this round. You hear that old phrase, second win. You've got to find it somehow.
Now this is about desire. This is about character. This is about rush.
He just misses with that big right hand. That right hook catching air. Both men step back for just a moment. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. No surprise as we get a unanimous decision there.
This is the last thing we expected. What a fight. What a style. What a pace.
Fair play, bro.
To get a unanimous
Good fight.
decision. That is
Good fight.
mad.
Respect.
I didn't see that coming. I thought this would be tight. This is nowhere near tight.